How's it? Today's Wednesday, October 18th. Today was clean and jerks with some back squats. And you're not sugarcoating it. I was anxious yesterday, anxious about it on Monday for good reason. Today was hard as shit. I struggled a lot. Um, Doing 115 for 3+1s for clean and jerk, and then 120 for 3+1 for a single set. This is by far the most amount of reps I've done at this rep range. It was a ton of things that were kind of getting strung together, you know. For me, if you look at each of these reps in a vacuum, they're all not hard. But when you put them next to each other, you put them in three of them in one set, they become a whole different beast. And I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to do 115 for a single clean. My warm-ups today were not the best. Went bar 60, 80, 100, and then went straight into 115. Some of these didn't feel very good. It is what it is. I think kind of being able to do all the reps together today was really, really positive for me. I feel extremely accomplished. 120 for a triple is a PR for sure. I don't believe I've ever done 120 for 2. Maybe I have in the past on like a Friday, but I don't recall that happening. I don't recall that ever reaching like a point where I would do doubles at that heavy. Today was really good just because, here's my first set, by the way, at 115. All of these sets are well over a minute long. Some of them are close to like a minute 30. But after Monday, like failing on those lifts on Monday, just being able to execute today and being able to lift properly and not have any misses today is such a huge confidence booster. I think that I probably honestly could do 120 for 4 triples and 1 jerk next week if I'm supposed to. I don't know. I don't think that's what my coach wants me to do, given that I missed my snatches. But I think that I could. And that is saying a lot because a couple of weeks ago, a few very short weeks ago actually, look how tired I am. I wasn't sure if I could do 125 for a single on the clean and jerk. And, you know, for me to be able to do 120 for a triple rather than 3 singles, 3 singles is much easier than a single triple because you have time to rest, recuperate, kind of figure out what went wrong between each of the reps. And when you have them all in one set, that's just impossible. You're accumulating fatigue. You might get a little bit cramps. Look at this. It's such a struggle. You might feel like you're getting a little bit of a cramp in your quad just because you're pushing so long for so many reps, and then you end up going for the jerk. That's definitely a press out there. I'm counting all these. I don't even give a fuck. I know. There's somebody commented on one of the videos. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting your name, but I do think that the press out rule in weightlifting is stupid, but I see it as kind of making sure that you're executing the movement properly. I think that doing a press out is significantly harder to do than properly doing a jerk. But I don't think that there will ever be a place for the press out in weightlifting. Unfortunately, it's not CrossFit after all. This jerk here is a lot better than the second one, because in my head I'm like, oh shit, that press out was so close to a miss that I need to make sure I get this one here. So very, very quick, snappy elbows there. Yeah, kind of just figuring out I got 2 left, right? Like, I took a ton of time in between each of these sets, probably 5 minutes or so, maybe even more. I'm not sure, but it was a lot of time just to not even recover physically, but more so recover mentally, because I genuinely didn't know if I would be able to physically be able to do what I was doing, like from a mental standpoint, if that makes sense. Like I feel like physically I'm able to do it, but mentally it's like it's gonna be a struggle to figure out what I am trying to execute on moving forward, right? That's my last set at 115. And then I go to 120, which is kind of daunting. Typically, I consider Big Friday about 90 and 120. That's about where it usually starts at. But last week, Friday, I did 90 and 115, and that's still considered to me a Big Friday. But just doing this for triple, it's like honestly crazy to me. Um, yeah, I think that I've made a lot of progress as far as it goes. I don't know how much I can clean jerk right now. I don't know. I don't think I'm testing it anytime soon. But typically, I don't fail cleans that often. I think I failed one clean in the last 8 months. Maybe. I know that I failed to clean last year, and I was broken about it because I don't fail cleans. Um, I fail jerks all the time, but I do think that the jerk is I'm a lot stronger in the jerk. And the thing is, like, if I load the weight on the bar, I am 100% of the opinion that I can clean this weight. And prior to these past couple weeks, 125 was that weight where I was like, oh shit, I don't know if I can clean this anymore. And that's kind of that mentality that I had moving forward. As far as how it relates to my jerk, I can jerk significantly more than I can clean. And for me, it's always been the case that it's like, if I can clean it, I can jerk it. But it ends up happening that I miss my jerk a lot because I'm just not the most precise, I guess, at jerking. Um, but yeah, after the cleans, I did some panda pulls here. These are actually a lot better than they were last week, from what I remember and from how these felt today. If you look at the side view here, probably not this third set, but maybe the first and second set, I'm a lot more vertical while my extension happens, and that is the kind of goal I'm getting. Vertical with pulling my arms down so that my body kind of drops in a vertical plane rather than kind of rocking forward and backwards, if that makes sense. So that's pretty good too. That's something that I don't really think about too much, but I'm happy that it's starting to come together. Finish off today with some back squats, doing 3 sets of 5 at 140, which is about 308 pounds. That's 3 blues. If you're in kilos, that's 308 pounds. If you're in pounds, that's 315 pounds. Because math. These were a lot easier than the Monday's front squats were. I don't know if I mentioned it on Monday, but my lower back has been giving me a lot of issues, and I feel like it's due to my inhibited hip mobility on my right leg. And so if I don't have that proper amount of hip abduction, which is moving away from the center, then my lower back starts to take all of the force, and then it doesn't feel good. And that's kind of what was happening on Monday. That, aside from it being super fucking heavy for me personally. Today these were a lot better. Speed on them is not the best, but no pain, and I was able to do them all. And as far as RPE goes, these are probably RPE 9s, whereas Monday was definitely 10. There's one rep on Monday that I was like, oh shit, I probably should have given up, given how much my upper back was rounding. But I was able to do all of them today. I don't know what's going to happen next week. I'm excited and nervous again. Like I said it every day last week, I think. But I'm excited if I get to go heavier, but I'm also going to be nervous if I get to go heavier. I'm going to be excited if I can deload too, because this shit is getting kind of hard. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. You guys should like, comment, and subscribe. I've been noticing that I'm getting a little bit more subscribers lately. That'd be cool. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.